Are you ready to listen a story? Okay, let us start our class with a short story. Once upon a time in a village there lived a farmer. The farmer had 6 sons, and these sons, they will be quarreling all the time. And farmer was very much worried about their behavior, and he wanted to bring them back on the right path. But they never listened to the farmer, and instead they ignored his advice. So farmer thought to himself that if they keep on quarreling like this and not united, others may take advantage of it. So he thought an idea, and he called all his sons one day and asked them to get some sticks. Then all the sons went around and brought some wooden sticks and gave it to the farmer. He tied it into one bundle and gave it to the first son to break it down. But the son could not break it. Like that, he gave that bundle to all the 6 sons, and all the sons could not break it. So he opened the bundle and gave one stick to each son, and they could break it very easily before he could complete a sentence. Then the farmer said, I think you have understood what I wanted to tell you now. If you quarrel all the time and you are not united, others may take advantage of you. And if you are united and live together, you will be strong like the bundle of sticks, and hence you will prosper. So the moral of the story is, if we are united, we will emerge unbreakable. So united we stand, divide we fall. Hope you like it. So today our topic is religions in India and Indian secularism. As you all know, children, India is a land of diversity with many religions, customs, traditions, practices and beliefs, where different people go to mosque, temple, church and gurudwara and offer their worship and offer fruits, flowers, sweets and many other things to their favorite god and goddesses. And some people chant mantras and do yagas and perform their worship. And some people are against the ideal worship, and some people do not pray at all. So hence, today we will learn the different religions existing in India and what are their beliefs and practices, and how the social and the religious reformers try to bring the change in the society, and how people adopted those reforms according to the change in the time. So let us start with the first early people of a society, hunter-gatherers. Who are hunter-gatherers? Hunter-gatherers are the people who live in the forest, hunt animals and gather foods and depend on the forest for their livelihood. The religious belief of these people can be known through the paintings, through the burials, and also studying about the present hunter-gatherers like Chenchus, Gonda tribes and Bonda tribes. Paintings play a very important role in the life of the hunter-gatherers. That is why they paint the hunting scenes on the rock. You can see the slide there, okay, the hunting scenes on the rock, and they also worship some of the animals as sacred, hence they worship the animals also. In the excavation, the archaeologists found some of the object of use along with the dead body that shows that they believe the life even after the death. During the 12th century, a book called Periyapuram, a Tamil book, which describes about the hunter-gatherers living in near the Kalahasti region. It describes about the Bhakta Kannappa, who act like a priest and worship Lord Shiva and offer fruits, flowers, meat and honey and worship Shiva. And the Chenchus who are living in the Nallamalla hills, they also worship Mallaya of Srisalam and Narasimha of Ahobilam, because they believe that these two gods have married the Chenchu girls and hence they are their son-in-law. So they worship these two gods. Let us go to the next religion. A religion of Indus Valley civilization. Around 4,600 years ago, the civilization which emerged in the northwest region of India near the Indus river and around its 5 tributaries is known as Indus Valley Civilization, and it is considered as an early and an ancient civilization. And it is very famous for the Great Bath and also the town planning. Harappan culture emerged in the civilization, and many of the ruins of the civilization is found in the Harappa and Mohenjo-daro sites. The ruins which the excavators, the archaeologists found here are like drains, granaries, storehouses, public buildings, and houses, roads, etc. And there are no big temples found in this civilization, and they found some of the remains of the pots on which the people live paintings are found that shows that even the people tree was also very sacred to them. And they also found the statue of Mother Goddess, okay, which is look like the image of Lord Shiva, that shows that they worship even Mother Goddess. Look at the last picture there, children. It is the image of Pasupati seal, where the Pasupati is found in a seated position with 3 heads, and you can also find some of the animals at the back. Okay. So, now let us see the next religion. Religion of the Vedas. What are Vedas? It is a Sanskrit word. The meaning of Veda is knowledge. Around 3600 years ago, the rishis wrote this earliest surviving literature, which consists of hymns and prayers of various gods and goddesses. And these hymns and prayers are chanted at the time of performing yagas. There are 4 types of Vedas: Rig Veda, Sama Veda, Yajur Veda, and Atharvana Veda. What is Rig Veda? Rig Veda, it is the oldest Veda among all the Vedas. It consists of the prayers of Agni, the god of fire, Indra, the god of heaven, Varuna, the god of water, and Surya, the sun god. It also consists of prayers for horse, cattle, and for the children. Next, we have the Samaveda. Samaveda, it consists of the hymns and prayers of Rigveda, but they are musically composed. Next, we have the Yajurveda. Yajurveda, it consists of the hymns and prayers of kings praying for the power, praying for in the war, to win in the war, and for the good crops. And last, we have the Atharvana Veda, which consists of the hymns and prayers, like it contains the magical spells or the words like mantras or names which are chanted repeatedly. Okay? Then the first image, look at the first image, the map of India, the dark shaded part you can see, that shows the settlement of the Vedic people who settled from Hindu Kush mountain to river Yamuna. And they lived by rearing horses and cows, and they lived in janas and tribal habitation. They performed all the rituals with the help of a priest called Brahmin, and slowly the settlement spread till the river Ganges, and they started cultivating the crops. Okay. So, this is the period where there is an emergence of new ideas in the society. So, the society was divided based on the occupation or the work done by the people. Okay. The society was divided into 4 groups. First, we have the Brahmins, next Kshatriyas, then Vaishyas, Shudras. Brahmins, they are considered as the highest caste in the society, and they are expected to read Vedas and chant mantras. Next we have the Kshatriyas, who are born to rule, example king. Like Vaishyas, who till the land, rear animals, and they are the merchants, sell goods, and also give gifts to Brahmins and Kshatriyas. Next, the last category is Shudras, who are considered as the lowest category in the society, and they have to do the other profession and they have to serve the society. Okay, children. Next, go to the next religion. Next, we have the megaliths of the Deccan. What are megaliths? Megaliths are the stone boulders which are arranged in order by the people to mark the burial sites. And this worshipping the dead ancestors is practiced in the north, east, South India, Deccan, and also in the Kashmir. When the people started living in the Ganges valley, they came in contact with other people also, the folks and the high religious people. Hence, a new mixed religion developed in that area. So, they believed that the soul continued to exist even after the death, that is, the soul is eternal. So, many of the rishis, they try to find the answer for the question, what happens after death? Will the soul continue to live? So, to find answers for this question, many of the rishis, they went for the meditation and they believed to be Atma, which is immortal. Okay, which is immortal. Then, to find the truth of this Atma, they became mendicants. They left their homes and families and became mendicants. Who are mendicants? Mendicants are the bhikshus. Okay, mendicants are the bhikshus who live in the forest and beg for their survival. And the best example of mendicants are Mahavira, Gautama Buddha, Goshala, and Ajita Kesha Kambalin are the famous mendicants. Next, we have the Jainism. Jainism is a religion founded by Vardhamana Mahavira, who was born in Vaishali, Bihar. When he was 30 years old, he got a question in his mind that how can we get rid of the cycle of birth and death? So, he left his home and family to find answer for this question, how to get rid of this cycle, and became mendicant. And after 12.5 years of hard meditation and penance, he could find the answer for his question, and he preached that we should not hurt any human being or any creature, whether it is a small or a big, we should not hurt any creature, and to get rid of the sins. Then, how to attain the salvation? According to the Jainism, one can attain the salvation through putting oneself in the hardship and performing the penance. You can see the next picture, children, Vardhamana Mahavira, you can see the first picture. Then next we have the Jain Gurus. They are Jain Gurus who are known as Tirthankaras. Okay? And the teachings of Vardhamana Mahavira are written in a book called Agams, which is the sacred and the holy book of Jainism. Next, we have the Buddhism. Buddhism religion founded by Gautama Buddha, who is also known as Siddhartha Gautama. He was born in Lumbini, Nepal. He found that they were conflicting with each other. So, he thought a question that how can we get rid of this misery? So, he became mendicant, left his home and family, and he became the mendicant and went for the meditation. Then after years of meditation, he could find the answer for his question, and he preached that sorrows are caused by the excess desires. So, in order to get rid of the sorrow, one should control the desires and lead a controlled life, and also said we should avoid the excess penance and excess desires and lead a middle life, which is also called as the great middle path. Tripitakas, you can see the first image, okay, the 3 books. The teachings of Gautama Buddha are written in a book or compiled in a book called as Tripitakas. These Tripitakas three, which means the 3 symbolizes the 3, okay, which we also use in mathematics like 3 or tri for 3-sided figure and all we use. So, this Tripitakas, it is in originally it is in Sanskrit word. So, we hear this word even in the mathematics. So, it is easy to remember the Tripitakas word, okay, by comparing that with the mathematics subject. Next, we have the Chaityas, which are the temples of Gautama Buddha or the prayer houses of Buddha are called as Chaityas. Next, we have the monks. Who are monks? Monks are the bhikshus of the Buddhist communities. Next, we have the Viharas. What are Viharas? Viharas are the living place of these monks or the dwelling place of these monks. Next, we have the Jataka stories. The Gautama Buddha stories are written in a book called Jataka stories. The religious belief or the religious life of the people began to change rapidly due to the spread of Jainism and Buddhism, and hence the mixed religious beliefs and practices started. Next, we have the Hindu religion. Hindu religion, the word Hindu is basically originated from a word Sindhu, Sindhu river, okay, which is existing or which flows in the northwest region of India, the Indus river what we call, and it promotes the peaceful coexistence of all the people, and it also promote the worship of 5 elements of nature. What are they? Earth, sky, water, fire and air, what we call as Panchabhuta. Okay? So, it calls for the worship of nature. It is closely associated with the nature, and it also Hinduism also flourished before thousands of years ago. And the main features of this religion is it consists of yagas. You can look at the picture there, yaga, priest performing the yaga, Brahmin, and also consists of worshipping of deities like Vishnu, Shiva or goddess Durga. And building of temples in Hinduism is also had a great significance. And according to Hindu religion, one can attain the salvation through meditation. The sacred books of Hinduism are Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana, Vedas, Puranas and Upanishads. So, I brought Bhagavad Gita for you children, just look at here. This is Bhagavad Gita. So, we have the Bhagavatas and Shaivas. Who are Bhagavatas? The people who worship Lord Vishnu or Narayana, they are called as Bhagavatas. They believe that Lord Vishnu has come to this earth in different forms in different period like Rama, Krishna, Narasimha and all. So, they believe the incarnation of God. What is incarnation? What we call Dashavatara. Okay? The 10 different forms of God is called as incarnation, Dashavatara. And they believe that one can attain the salvation through devoting oneself to God, Narayana or Vishnu. And we have Shaivas here who worship, people who worship Shiva, okay, they are known as Shaivas, and they believe that Shiva is the ultimate creator and destroyer of this universe, and hence they worship Shiva by building the temples, and they worship in the form of lingam image. The stories of Vishnu and Shiva, they are written in a book called Puranas, and some people started worshipping Mother Goddess Durga. So, hence these three gods are known as the supreme gods of Hinduism. Next, we have the Bhakti movement. It is the religious revolution started by the Hindu saints in South India with a new devotion and to attain the salvation. It took place from 9th century to 17th century, and the word bhakti, it is derived from a word bhaja, which means to utter. And the meaning of Bhakti movement is, it is an emergence of new idea or love and devotion to God. Here, when the North India was occupied by the Muslim rulers, in South India, Alwars and Nayanars, they started the Bhakti movement to spread Bhakti in India or among the people. Who are Alwars? Alwars are the poet saints, Tamil poet saints from Tamil Nadu, who are the great devotees of Lord Vishnu. They composed and sang many songs describing the glory of Lord Vishnu. They are known as Pasurams, and they travelled to different temples singing the glory of Lord Venkateshwara or Narayana, and that places, the temples, later they were converted into big temples and they became the pilgrims. Now what we have, the Tirupati, okay, and we have the Nayanars, and Nayanars are the Tamil poet saint who worship Lord Shiva. They are known as Nayanars. There are 63 Nayanars who have come from different communities, and they also consist of untouchables also. And the Bhakti movement to preach the caste system in the own language, in a local language, so that it can reach to the people in a very easy manner. Ramananda, who was the founder of Bhakti movement in North India, though he was born in South India, he preached in Hindi language, and he was a disciple of Ramanuja. And according to Bhakti movement, one can attain the salvation. One can attain the salvation through bhakti, love and devotion, and one can perform this bhakti in various forms. Like there are 9 different forms to perform bhakti, what we call as a Navaratna Malika or garland of 9 gems. So we have Sevana, Shravana, Kirtana, Dasya, Pada Sevana, Atma Nivedana, okay, Namaskara and so on. Then the connection between this Bhakti movement and the temple worship is known as a Veerashaiva movement or Veerashaivism. This movement was initiated by Basavanna, who was a great philosopher, saint, okay, and a poet from Karnataka. He criticized the caste system and fought for the powers of the women. Then according to the Bhakti movement, okay, Shankaracharya. Next we have the Shankaracharya, who has consolidated, who was the 8th century philosopher, who has consolidated the doctrine of Advaita Vedanta, which means that the soul of one individual is merged with the God, means the God and the individual soul is one and the same, oneness of soul and the God. So that is the ultimate reality. Next we see go to the Maharashtra. From 13th century to 17th century, Maharashtra saw many number of poet saints like Namdev, Tukaram, Gyaneshwar, Eknath, Sakkubai, Chokamela, who is from an untouchable community. All these are Vaishnava poet saints, and they are the great devotees of Lord Vithala, that is another form of Lord Vishnu. And Ramdas, who preached this Bhakti movement in Maharashtra, which brought the oneness among the Marathas. And Chhatrapati Shivaji, who considered Ramdas as his guru and showed his influence on his statesmen. Okay. Next we will go to the Christianity. Christianity religion is based on the life and teachings of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, who is believed to be the Son of God, who was born in Jerusalem, and in the Middle East countries, Israel and the Palestine, a new religion developed after the Jesus Christ. According to this religion, all are equal. It taught that all are equal, and it also taught that peace, love and compassion, and taught that we can win even enemies with love and compassion, and one can attain the salvation only through love and devotion. Jesus Christ was arrested and crucified by the rulers of his time. Then later Saint Thomas was a follower of Jesus Christ. He came to India in the 52 AD CE, and he also brought the teachings of Jesus Christ to India. People go to church and worship Jesus Christ and offer their prayer, and the teachings of Jesus Christ are written in a holy book called Bible. So I have brought Bible for you children, you can just look it here. Let us go to the next religion, Islam. A new religion arose which advocated the devotion of only one God. Prophet Muhammad is the founder of this Islamic religion, who was born in Arabia at Makkah, and the religion taught that there is only one God and we all are his creations, and they considered as Allah is only the supreme power. And the Muslim people, they go to the mosque, offer their prayers, and the teachings of Islam are written in a book called Quran. The Muslim scholars also written a holy book which is called as Shariat. Go to the next. Sikhism, founded by Guru Nanak, who was born in Talwandi, Punjab. He preached that there is only one God and all have a direct access to the God. Means he also taught the radical social teaching, that is, he denounced the caste system and he preached the oneness of all the people. Irrespective of caste, creed and religion, his followers used to sit together and eat in a common kitchen called langar. And he also set up a sacred place called Dharmashala, where all the religious works will take place. And he also used the terms Naam, Dan, Isnan. What is Naam? The right to worship. Dan, welfare of others. Isnan, purity of conduct. Then let us go to the next. New Bhakti movement. After the 13th century, a new Bhakti movement era started in North India, where the new kingdoms and towns emerged, people started adopting the new professions, and the poet saints like Bommera Potanna, Annamacharya and Ramadas, Pancharla Gopanna, all the existing poets, they accepted or received the existing beliefs and practices and made accessible to the people. So let us learn about them. Annamacharya, who was a famous and a great composer, who composed nearly 3600 kirtanas describing the glory of Lord Venkateshwara, and he was the first person who opposed the untouchable caste system. Next we have the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who was a great poet, saint and a social reformer from the east part of India, that is West Bengal and Bangladesh, now what we have. He propagated the Hare Krishna mantra and also popularized the community singing of bhajans. Next we have the Kancharla Gopanna, who was famous as Bhakta Ramadas, was a great devotee of Lord Rama, and he wrote Dasharati Shatakam, which consists of 108 poems, and he dedicated that to Lord Rama, and he is responsible for the construction of Rama temple at Bhadrachalam. Next we have the Tulsidas, who was also well known as Goswami Tulsidas. He is a Vaishnava poet saint, and he wrote and composed Ramacharitra based on the life of Rama, because he was a great devotee of Lord Rama, and he also set up a Namghar. What is Namghar? It is a place for recitation and prayers. Next we have the Kabir Das. He is a 15th century poet and saint, and he was brought up in a Muslim Julahas family. Julahas, the weavers family. He was very much influenced by his guru Ramananda, who was the founder of Bhakti Movement, and he the verses of his poem are known as parts and sakhis. He believed in the worship of a supreme God, and he was against the ideal worship. Next we have the Meera Bai. She is a great composer, poet and a great devotee of Krishna. She belongs to a Rajput family and got married in the Mewar Rajput family. She was a disciple of Ravidas, who was from an untouchable community. She composed innumerable bhajans describing the glory of Krishna, and that bhajans became very famous in Gujarat and Rajasthan, and her bhajans openly challenged the norms of high religion people. Next we have the village deities. As we say village deities, many questions come to usually your mind. What type of god and goddesses are being worshipped there? Which animals and trees are being worshipped? How do they worship? How do they address Mother Goddess? All these questions will get an answer now. So people go to temple, mosque and offer their prayer, and some people worship the village deities like Pochamma, Maisamma, Gangamma, Yellamma and Potaraju. Pochamma, people worship Pochamma, Mother Goddess, okay, construct a small temple under a neem tree with a small shrine made of stone, and also offer Bonalu. What is Bonalu? It is, the word has come from a Bhojanam. The meaning of Bonalu is a Bhojanam, the feast of food. People cook the rice in the pot with milk and jaggery, decorate with the turmeric and the neem leaves, and offer to Mother Goddess, and also give the sacrifices. And there will not be any priest. They worship in their own traditional manner and in their own language. Next we have the Maisamma. Maisamma, people worship goddess Maisamma with a belief that she will protect their cattle, and they also worship Katta Maisamma. You will find this Katta Maisamma temple under the tank burns with a belief that she will ensure the tank is full of water and also the crop flourish in that region. Next we have the Gangamma, the goddess of water. Usually the fishermen, they worship Gangamma. Before they go for the fishing, they pray that to protect their life and for the good fishing. We have next the Yellamma. Yellamma is worshipped in various forms like Poleramma, Somalamma, Mailaramma, Renuka, Mahankali. So in all these different forms, Yellamma is worshipped. People worship with a belief that she will protect the people from all the epidemics. Next we have the Potaraju. People believe that Potaraju is the brother of Mother Goddess, and hence they worship Potaraju with the belief that they will protect the agricultural land and the crops, and also they will protect from the diseases and the thieves. Next, we have the community worship folk deities. So, now the community worship started. Samakka Saraka, okay, you might have heard this, Medaram Jatara. Samakka Saraka are the two folk goddesses who fought against the army and sacrificed their life to protect their people. So, in order to pay respect to them, people celebrate Medaram Jatara once in 2 years in Jaishankar district at Medaram village. And you can see, children, there are the blocks of jaggery there. It has a great significance in this Jatara. People offer this jaggery as a Bangaram, gold. They think it as a gold, and they offer it to Mother Goddess. According to the weight of their body, they will offer that many kgs of Bangaram to Mother Goddess with a belief that she will fulfill their wish. Next, we have the Muharram, Peers and Urs. Muslim people on this Muharram day pay respect to the souls who fought with the evils and sacrificed their lives. And the peers are prepared with the bamboo sticks in a dome shape and decorated with the flowers and chadar, and they are procession. And every year the Urs of the Muslim saints will be celebrated. People visit Durga and offer sweet, flowers, chadar, and also sing qawwalis. Jahangir Pir Dargah, okay, which is the symbol of religious tolerance. It is located in the Kottur village, Rangareddy district. The Dargah of Sayyid Gausuddin and Sayyid Baranuddin, the followers or the disciples of these two saints, they build a small Dargah on their tombs. The Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb, he realized the holiness of this place, and he immediately appointed the Qazi to this Dargah to look after the daily worship of this Dargah. So, people started coming to the Dargah, and hence it has become the pilgrim, the development of pilgrim system started. And next we have the social reformers. According to the change in the time, the Indians adopted the new reforms and also updated themselves with the new knowledge. In the Bhakti movement, it has criticized the orthodox rituals of Hinduism and pointed out the oneness of all the people. The Christian missionaries which came to India along with the European traders, they criticized the superstitious belief or the religious beliefs of India, and they established many educational institutions, hospitals, and many service centers, and they wanted to spread their ideas in India. And we also have the Orientalist, the European scholars who came to India. They studied the literature of India, they were very much influenced by it, and they translated the literature in various languages, and they published in large number and made accessible to all the people. They are known as Orientalists. And we also see the contribution of the printing press in the reform movement. Printing press was introduced by the Europeans in India, and the newspapers, magazines, and journals, all these are published in large number and made accessible to all the people at low cost. Hence, it is easy for the people to conduct the debates and discussion based on these newspapers, books, magazines, and journals. Okay, children. So, let us see who are the first reformers who try to bring change in our society through their reforms. First, we have the Raja Ram Mohan Roy, who was a great scholar and great philosopher, who studied all the religious philosophies, Hinduism, Christianity, Islam, Sufism. He read all the philosophies, and he believed in the supreme God, and he was against the ideal worship, and he abolished the sati system. He said that it is incorrect to criticize the religion of other people. Instead, we should read the religious books. And he established the Brahma Samaj in 1828. What is Brahma Samaj? Brahma Samaj, it is the universal of assembly of all those people who believe in the universal religion based on the principle of one God. Devendranath Sharma and Keshav Chandra Sen, they tried to spread his ideas throughout India. And later, Keshav Chandra Sen, he established the Prarthana Samaj in Pune based on the principle of Brahma Samaj. Next, we have the Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, who was born in a Bengal Orthodox, Brahmin Orthodox family. His childhood name was Gadadhara Chattopadhyaya, and his parents were great devotee of Lord Rama. So they wanted his name to be start with Rama, so they changed it to Ramakrishna. He left his breadwinning education and he met with the holy people and read all the Vedas. And at the age of 30, he became the priest of Kali temple, and hence he is a great mystic and a true yogi. Next, we have the Swami Vivekananda, who was a great disciple of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. He established a Ramakrishna mission with the two objectives. One is to revive Hindu religion, next is to engage in the social service activities. According to Swami Vivekananda, he said that the Hindu religion should get rid of all the superstitions and try to adopt the positive qualities of the Europeans, like work ethics, freedom, respecting women, and technology. And the Ramakrishna mission established many schools, orphanages, hospitals, and service and charity centers, especially for helping at the time of calamities. Okay. Next, we have the Swami Dayananda Saraswati, who was a wandering sannyasi and a great social reformer. He established Arya Samaj, and he believed, he read all the Vedas and he rejected the later addition to the Vedas. We have the Swami Narayan Guru, who was born in Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala. He advocated that there is only one jati, one God and one religion, and he set up many temples where all the rituals will be performed without the priest in a very simple manner. And he said that building schools are more important than building temples. Next, we have the social reformers, the great social reformers, Jyotirao Phule and Savitribai Phule and B.R. Ambedkar. Jyotirao Phule, who was born in Maharashtra, the turning point in his life came when he attended the marriage. He was insulted and discriminated based on the caste. So he called upon all the Shudras and Nati Shudras and asked them to be united and stand against the caste system. He established many schools for Mahar and Mang communities. Who are these Mahar and Mang? They are the untouchable communities in Maharashtra. So he also wrote many books. Okay, that is the famous book was Gulamgiri, in which he described about the pain, suffering and all the efforts of the slaves. He criticized the caste system, and the total story run around the lower caste people. And he also conducted many competitions for Dalit women, and he also said that to conduct the marriage and death ceremonies without Brahmins. Savitribai Phule, she was a great reformer. She was the first woman teacher and first lady to start schools for the Dalit girls. And after the death of Jyotirao Phule, she took up the Satyashodak Samaj activities, and she presided over many meetings, helped many people, and also helped the plague victims. And she conducted many camps for the poor children, and she used to feed 2,000 children every day. And B.R. Ambedkar, who was a great social reformer, who was born in Maharashtra, since his childhood, he experienced so many prejudices. When he was a child, children were segregated based on the caste, and less attention was paid to those children, and they were not allowed to drink water in the school, or not allowed to sit in the classroom, or not even to touch the vessel. So, in spite of all the social and the financial obstacles, he could complete his school and college studies. He went abroad, and for higher studies he came back, and he led many movements like public drinking water and the temple entry system. And he was the first person who introduced the reservation system for SC/ST candidates in the schools, colleges, and also in the government jobs. You can see the social reforms, how they have empowered the women, how they have changed the position of the women. We can see the first slide, there are the great ladies here, okay. Mother Teresa, Sarojini Naidu, Indira Gandhi, and Lata Mangeshkar, Kiran Bedi, and so on. All these are ladies. That shows the empowerment of the women. The present situation where every girl has a right to go to school and college and pursue the education and take up any profession as she like it and compete with the men. And you can see the girls are showing the voter ID card, that shows that they even got the right to vote power. Okay, they can vote and take part in the election, and also contest in the election and make the public life as their career. We can see the earlier days. If you see the earlier days, there were so many social levels prevailing in the society, like child marriage and sati system. Child marriage was abolished. The great reformers like Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Kandukuri Veerashalingam Pantulu, they fought for the child marriage, and in 1978 the act was passed to raise the age of the marriage, that is 18 for girls and 21 for boys. And Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar and Kandukuri Veerashalingam Pantulu, they also fought for to allow the widow remarriage, especially the child widows. Hence in 1855 the act was passed. You can see the sati system here. Raja Ram Mohan Roy, who fought against the sati system, and it was banned in 1829. What is sati? The high religion women, they were burned along with the dead body of their husband, okay, and they were considered as inauspicious. The sati was considered as inauspicious in those days. The girls were not allowed to go to school or come out of the house, and they were confined to their house and look after the husband and the children. Next, you see, we have studied the so many religions in India, religions existing in India. But children, do you find that any time that the people are being discriminated based on the religion? No, people are not discriminated in India, because India is a secular state. So, what do you mean by the secular? Okay. Secular, neutral plus impartial. Secularism being the attitude or accepting the attitude of neutral and being impartial to all the religion is a secularism. So, there are, if we see, there are three types of states. We have atheistic state, theocratic state, and secular state. What are atheistic state? Atheistic states are the states where there is no religion, that is anti-religion countries. Okay, example, Mexican in 1917 there was no religion, and China and Cuba also for a brief period of time there was no religion. And next we have the theocratic religion, where the state declare one particular religion as a state religion. For example, we take Pakistan, which declare Islam as a state religion. We take Nepal, which declare Hinduism as a state religion, and Cambodia, which declare Buddhism as a state religion. Next we have the secular state, where these are the state which does not uphold any religion or does not declare one religion as a state religion. It treats all the religions in an equal manner, that is impartial towards all the religion. Okay. Example, USA and India. So, let us see some of the features of the secularism. Okay. Separation of state from the religion. The state will be totally separate from the religion, and it should not be a part of affairs of the state. religion should not be a part of affairs. The state should not mix the religion or its matter in the state affairs, and it should not be a part of public education, should not be a part of social and political activities. It should not be the agenda for all political or any political or social activities, and it should be free. A state should be free from all the religious rules and teachings. Next we have, let us see how we have the secularism in India. In India, we have different secularism, like the secularism does not mean the complete separation of religion and the state. Okay? We have equal respect and recognition for all the religions in India. Children, where do we find equal respect and recognition? This secularism, where do we find? We find in the classroom. Yes, you are right. We find in the classroom where different students belongs to different religion, but they are treated in an equal manner. All will get equal respect and recognition. Okay. Next we have no discrimination by the state. The state will not discriminate any religion based on any religion based on the any people based on the religion. Like for example, the Jewish people were being killed by the Hitler in Germany after the First World War, and also in Saudi Arabia, the non-Muslims were not allowed to build temples or not even gather in the public places. So they were discriminated. And we don't have any religion as official language, means the state does not declare any religion as a state religion. And before the 42nd Amendment, there was no word secularism in India. But after the 42nd Amendment Act of 1976, the secularism word was added in the constitution and also insert some of the fundamental rights like Article 25 to 28, which talks about the right to freedom of religion, which guarantees, the constitution guarantees every individual religious right. Everyone has a right to adopt any religion, practice any religion, profess any religion or propagate any religion. So we have seen, though we have different religions in India, all the 6 religions you can see there. Okay. So there is no discrimination, okay, on the based on any religion, but the Indian secularism is different from the other countries' secularism. How? The secularism, we have seen the religion, secularism, state. If we see the secularism, okay, the secularism was acting like a wall, okay, which does not allow the religion to interfere in the state, and the secularism or the state cannot interfere in the matter of religion. But in India, a state can intervene in the religious matter, okay, when there is a need arises, but according to the ideals of the constitution. If it is a matter of law and order, it is a matter of public morality and health. So children, the idea of secularism is, though we have many religions, many languages, but all the teachings of all the religion is one. All the religion teach only one thing, that is humanity, love and equality. So the person who love their own mother will definitely respect and love the mother of other person. So let us live together, love together and emerge like a bundle of stick and be strong and become the role model to the world countries. Let us take the project work today. Write an article on secularism in India. Make a project on religions in India. Thank you.